I'd like to talk to you about one of my favourite chapters in this book. It's a real punchy chapter, but I feel like it was one that you probably won't always find in any behaviour management book that you may choose to purchase or that you may have given to you during your teacher training. And it was So Embarrass Yourself in Front of the Pupils. I struggled with picking one incident for this chapter because that is just who I am. I often find ways to do really embarrassing things, whether it's through choice, for example, dressing up as one of the pupils for the panto and pretending that I was basically down with them and using their slang words, or whether it's things that I have no control over whatsoever, but I wanted the world to just cancel and take me away with it. And the incident that I actually contribute to this was when I decided, when my shirt decided to give up on me in a lesson and a button sprung off my shirt and went so far as to hit a pupil in the eye, and chaos happened. It was crazy. So the whole thing is sometimes we are almost given that keep calm and carry on, and sometimes that is what you should do, but I'm going to give you a different thought process. It's really important that when you are embarrassed that you embrace that and that you kind of go, okay, that wasn't what I wanted to happen, and even share those emotions with the class. I mean, you don't have to dear diary them and tell you all the reasons why you felt awful, but there's nothing wrong with you just going, well, wish that hadn't have happened. Because if you maybe ignore the incident and plough on through, you may end up with not being able to put a full stop to it. It may be something that continues throughout that lesson and continues to derail your lesson. Whereas if you own it, put a full stop to it and able to move on, then there's a chance that you might be able to make it to the staff room later with a cup of tea and tell your mate what you've done and survive the rest of the day. Also, be mindful of remembering that those children are probably really embarrassed about what happened to you too, and are probably mortified and will probably do really silly things to lighten the mood or alleviate the tension. And it's not always something that they may be doing in malice. They are probably doing it because of that feeling of awkwardness. So before you maybe fire out a detention or time for you to lose your playtime because of their reaction to the situation, take that time to say, and I'll speak to you later about that, and don't make a big deal about it, because you could actually make it so much bigger than it needs to be. I love this chapter because there are so many thought processes of other people that have gone through this, and when I've spoken to other people about this chapter, they have such a ream of things to remember. So the nice thing is when you finish it, you can jot down the things that have happened to you and look back and think, maybe I'll buy a bigger shirt next time.